Here we are, guys. Game number 3. Licorice Coke up 2-0. And looking back at the stream, looks like 30-second delay is perfectly in effect. When I looked at the 60-second delay, it seemed to be a little weird. So hopefully this works quite well. Spawning in the left is Drunken Puking down 0-2 to this player in the right, Licorice Coke up 2-0. Licorice Coke going for the same opening as before, and Drunken Puking playing slightly risky, going for the 2 Pee-wee opening. I say slightly risky because 2 lings from Licorice Coke would devastate Drunken Puking. It would most likely cause him to leak on wave 1, which puts you slightly behind the economy, but it also tells your hand, saying like, hey, you went for 2 Pee-wees, you're probably going to go for 1 vet, maybe 2. If you go for 2 vets, I'm going to kill you with a 9 bomb. That's what it says. But he wants an early economic edge, so that's what he's going to go for. Drunken Puking will hold this no problem. If Licorice Coke is paying attention to the rate at which the creeps go down, he'll know that Drunken Puking has 2 Pee-wees and not Pee-wee and an infantry. Almost sent lings too, says Licorice Coke. Yes, he knows. So he now knows that Drunken Puking started with 2 Pee-wees. And looking at Drunken Puking, he did not opt to send lings, but opted to sell one of his Pee-wees for 1 vet, which he'll hold anything in wave 2 basically. Now Lick has, I wouldn't say he has to worry about a Zealot on this wave, because normally when you see 2 Pee-wees, you expect your opponent to send 3 lings on this wave. But Licorice Coke plays it a little bit safe anyways. The way he wouldn't play safe is he skips his Bone Warrior basically. What would happen? And he'll notice, yep, Drunken Puking, you went for the veteran. And what will be the responses from each side? Drunken Puking going to drone up. With the Shadow Rachel, he's not expecting to leak. And Licorice Coke, on the other hand, what has he done with his gas? Did he send his gas last wave? Huh. My bad, guys. Looks like I missed it. Licorice Coke sending his wave on wave 2 when he knows a vet's happening. I guess he said, okay, I'm not going to be able to make Drunken Puking leak. I'm just going to send Eco in the early game, and yeah. However, Licorice Coke himself is quite confused, seeing no sense from Drunken Puking. He must be thinking, what? You've gone for a vet opening, but you're not sending me anything? What is this madness? As we can see, Drunken Puking has gone up to 3 workers with the Ancient Racial. Unless he gets a lot of lings on this wave, he won't leak. Using the fact that Licorice Coke is only sent 1 ling, can't get vet 2 on without sending 2 lings, and Lick is fallen for the trap, and that Drunken Puking has set. And Drunken Puking must be laughing his ass off because he is up 4 workers to Lick's now almost 3, and Drunken Puking is gonna send an Immortal next wave. Yep, Immortal on 5. Quite nice build order from Drunken Puking, responding to Licorice Coke's orbiting in the mid-early game and going for massive aggression. Let's see how Licorice Coke responds. He's responding to this quite nicely. He's gone for his DPS will be these 2 infantry along with the Carrion Splitter, but will it be enough for an Immortal on wave 5? Let's find out. The Drunk sees the Marine or the Zealot, but Lick sees the Immortal. And does he leak? Does he leak? Oh, with the Carrion. Ooh, the Carrion's probably going to kill most of these creeps, and he does leak just barely. He leaks 3 creeps in the Mortal, and he's behind on gas supply. However, ooh, Drunken Puking also leaking 3 with the Zealot. He was expecting a lot. He wasn't expecting Licorice Coke to send on that wave. For sure. Good guess by Licorice Coke. Saying, okay, you have a vet. We'll see how Stun does against the vet. And Drunken Puking. We'll have to see. Does he go for the second vet to be safe on wave 6? He needs something to hold it off. He knows Licorice Coke isn't going to send him a medic or immortal. Nope. He's just going to go for the ranger, go for a very thin defense on this wave. Licorice Coke not building anything as well. And Drunken Puking, the follow-up. Strider. And Drunken Puking is called Licorice Coke's bluff. Licorice Coke, leaking 5 plus a Titan Strider. Looks like Drunken Puking's early aggression tactics have paid. Oh, whoa. Leaking 4 himself. That's not good. He's not going to be nearly as ahead as he initially thought. Should have gone for the vet in retrospect, but hey, that happens when you're drunk and puking. Okay. Let's look at this game. They're both nearly equal in minerals. Let's see, yellow, which is Drunken Puking, is slightly ahead in gas income. And Drunk has gone for the Pyro, as has Lick, signaling that they're safe from many gas bombs on wave 7. Not necessarily immune to mass leans on wave 8, but considering the bomb from Drunken Puking on wave 6, well, Lick wouldn't be expecting anything on this wave, but it's unsure about wave 8. But no, he gets a medic! Ooh, but luckily for him, he has got the Pyro, which will kill this quite easily. However, this does put Drunken Puking up in income quite a bit. It's up by 5. Now only up by... Okay, so Lick is going for a lot of lings, which won't be a lot considering he doesn't have that much gas. Hasn't gotten his first speed upgrade yet. He might be able to afford 6 to 7, while Drunken Puking is also just getting his first speed up now. I'll have enough gas to bomb on waves on wave 10. And he'll see the mass lings from Lick. However, he'll hold no problem with the vet tingling for his Pyro. Licorice Coke will also hold no problem. And let's look at the state of the game now. Drunken Puking, most likely get his 5th worker right now. Licorice Coke going for his 4th. And let's see. Hold on. Sorry guys, some technical difficulties. There we go, back to the game. So both going for worker number 5. Not expecting anything big on this wave. Drunken Puking definitely shouldn't expect anything on this wave due to the links on wave 8. And he's saving up a lot of gas. We'll have to see if that's going to go into an orb, a bomb on wave 10. Maybe he gas cap tricks go to wave 11. We'll have to see. Nope, goes into an orb, saying, Lick, I can orb too. You're not the only one. And we'll have to see how Licorice Coke responds to this, if at all. His unit composition is quite weak to wave 10. However, it's now a lot better with the Nightcrawler. Going for thin defense, which it's not really so thin with the Shadow Racial and the Nightcrawler, but it wouldn't work as well with a couple auras and lings. But let's see. You're both gonna see. Well, Drunk's gonna see 4 lings and say, "Okay, Lick, that's a lot of your gas. You spin on wave 8. Now you send a couple more lings wave 10. I'm not worried about any gas bombs anytime soon." Licorice Coke, however, sees nothing, opting to drone up, saying, "Hey, Drunk, I think you orbed, just like you did in game number 1. He's gonna go up to his second speed as well. Drunken Puking gonna do the same thing. No, he's gonna go to sub-workers before any speed. Let's look at their gas counts and army values. Drunken Puking up in army value. Both have a pyro. It's hard to tell who has a better unit composition at the moment. Melee is pretty good, or early game at least, not so good mid to late game. But the same can be said for the Nightcrawler. It's mainly just a debuff now. And Lick is going to go up to his 7th worker. Drunk is going to hold on to his gas. We'll have to see when he decides to bomb. And let us see. Let's see into the game. Oh, both have exactly the same army value, 75. Drunken Puking breaks that value by going up to 765 value. And I'm just making sure that my stream hasn't frozen, guys. Just making sure. Okay. We have 12. Both hold no problem. Let's look what they're saving up for. Licorice Coke sends a DT. Ooh, he's gonna go for Old School. Going wave 13. DT plus 1 to 2 auras. Looks like Drunken Puking has the same idea, going for a slightly more new school 2 Firebat build. 2 Firebat plus aura build. And looks like they both said, hey, there's been a lot of Shadow in this game. Shadow's kinda not so great on wave 13. Let's bomb then. And they would be right. Plus the Pyros. Let's see who holds. Drunken Puking definitely has a higher army count, but is it the more effective one? Let's see. Going from Lick's point of view, he will he hold? Does he hold? He does not hold. And he leaks 5. 3 creeps, a Firebat, and a Glyph. So Licorice Coke saying, okay, it's not too bad. Bane Energy isn't too bad. Let me go up to 8 workers. I'm at 8 workers 2 speed. I've got a decent army count for wave 19, if you choose to follow up on wave 19. Drunken Puking, getting a 2nd speed right now. And I guess the one good thing that oh well, no, he wouldn't be able to. Never mind. I was gonna say the one good thing Licorice Coke would be able to get would be to see his opponent's army value, but of course he can't do that. Okay. So we'll see Drunken Puking going up to 2nd speed and going up to 9 workers. And Licorice Coke still on the same 8 workers. Both players holding on to their gases. Not a problem. And boom, both hold. $10 for Drunken Puking. And with auto, they both opt to get pulverizers. Arguably the best unit in the game. And for Drunken Puking is at quite a bit of a lead. Up 2 workers, same speed. His army value, ooh, but Licorice Coke bombs away 15. Licorice Coke chooses to bomb away 15. And Drunken Puking chose to hold on to the gas for wave 16 bomb. How well does he hold? If he doesn't have to orb a situation, he'll be able to counter bomb quite heavily. Especially with the auto, he'll be able to send a Broodlord. Drunken Puking has 1 in sub-cannons. Is that enough? We'll find out. Drunken Puking will find out. He's also put 1 into approved targeting. So he'll hold this no problem. Destroying the tank. Probably the Goliath and this creep. Yep. Now he needs to send his gas right now. Queen. There we go. Queen. Goliath. And Licorice Coke has requested a pause break. Guess he wants some water. We have been going through these games quite quickly. And yep. Okay. We're just gonna go get some water. So let's look at the state of the game at the moment, guys. Nope, looks like Luke's ready. They're both almost completely even. And state of the game. The only difference is, of course, in their unit composition. Drunken Puking, relying on this half-breed for late game tanking, as well as this Pyro. Licorice Coke, opting to have his 2 Pulverizers and 2 Pyros do DPS plus damage for him. Drunken Puking, of course, has 2 Pulverizers, but only has 1 Pyro. Looking at their gas counts, Licorice Coke is saving on for a gas bomb. Sees a massive bomb on wave 16, and he will leak quite badly. Yes, his Pyros are weak for magic damage, as is his Nightcrawler. His Pulverizers don't do so well. Don't do so hot either. And Licorice Coke leaks 7 creeps, but he won't have to up anything into his SS. Drunken Puking, on the other hand, looking at his vision, checks the creeps. Does he select the SS? Doesn't look like it. We'll have to see what his response is. Going back to his side of the vision, his side of the field, he has 300 gas, and Licorice Coke has 400. And Licorice Coke saying, hey, you bomb there, my 2 Pulverized will hold this wave no problem. Easy peasy. And drones up to 13 plus 3rd speed. Drunken Puking, on the other hand, going up to 12 workers, going to 1430 value. He's afraid of a gas bomb from Licorice Coke. Guess he saw the no no orbing on Licorice Coke's part, so he's saying, hey, where's all your gas? Must be into a gas bomb. However, Licorice Coke going for the gas bomb wave 18 instead of 17. And with the 2 Colossi, Colossi, in my opinion, are only good at this stage of the game if you guarantee them to leak. 2 Colossi by themselves don't do as much as auras would, Megaling plus auras, but hey, that's just my opinion. We'll have to see how it goes. Drunken Puking sees the massive gas bomb, but he has prepared well in advance, and he counter gas bombs Licorice Coke with 3 auras. Licorice Coke has stayed on 1355 and hopes to barely hold this maybe. Nope, he won't hold. He'll leave again. And if Drunken Puking can hold this, he'll be ahead enough in order to bomb again on wave 19, but looks like he just barely leaks. And here's what I was saying. 2 Colossi do some damage, but you're only getting 1 creep leak, whereas if you gotten the Megaling plus Otherlings combo, I think Drunken Puking would definitely have leaked a lot more creeps. And let's see, Licorice Coke leaks more, gets a little bit further behind each time. Drunken Puking, however, is behind in econ, as Licorice Coke did take that risk of going 180 gas. So again, Licorice Coke has taken a little bit of a risk going 180 gas, but in this case it's turned out for the better. Well, not for the better. It's not the worst case scenario, as Drunken Puking did use up a bit of his gas on wave 18, and Licorice Coke, he wouldn't have been able to survive a massive wave 19 bomb with this army value, and he is going for... This is Drunken Puking, my bad. Licorice Coke is staying at 15 workers, 180 speed, and he's hoping for these 2 Pulverizers and Pyros to do the splash to hold any 19 bomb. Doesn't see anything. And looks like they're both going to bomb the crap out of each other on wave 20. Or at least they should. Let's see what their choices are. Licorice Coke, Queen, Goliath, a lot of Lings and Roaches, a lot of buffer units. Drunken Puking going for the High Templar to buff the boss. Queen, lots of Lings. He might send a Goliath or more Lings. Both going for similar unit compositions, but the question now is, can they hold their both their SS have taken some damage. Both don't have the greatest debuffs for the boss. Licorice Coke, unfortunately, if you want to hold this safely, you need to be above 2000 for wave 20 bomb. Drunken Puking, however, doesn't have a lot of good debuffs either, just relying on the 2 Hercules tank. Let's see who holds. Stuns going off on the fatty. Lots and lots of stuns. Licorice Coke. Ooh, looks like the debuffs are just barely not enough. Fatty is at 173 health. And Drunken Puking, the lack of debuffs really hurting him there. Licorice Coke, if he target fires the Fatty, will be able to kill it quite easily. Drunken Puking, however, well, he's going to have to invest some stuff into improved targeting in order to kill his own Fatty. Yeah, he says GG. Let's see what he has in terms of attack. He's invested 3 orbs into improved targeting. He'll be able to hold this. He won't die. However, this does make him vulnerable for wave 24. And since both players leaked Fatty, that hurts their econ, but since Drunken Puking leaked a greater HP Fatty, I think Licorice Coke got more minerals for the Fatty than Drunken Puking did, if Drunken Puking got any at all. So let's look at their army compositions and values going into that game. They have similar income, basically the same. Drunken Puking has more army value, mostly in tanks, these 2 Hercules, and Licorice Coke is way ahead in econ, going for 240 speed before going for its 18th and 19th workers. Looks like he's saving up for a wave 23 or 24 gas bomb, which is smart given the HP of their SSs. He's saying, if you go into a base race, your upgrades aren't that great, so I can probably kill your SS before you kill mine. While Drunken Puking is just trying to drone up as much as he can, I guess. He's saving a little bit of minerals. Looks like he wants to try to hold the wave 24 gas bomb without orbing, which will be quite tough for him. Because as we saw before in this situation, Licorice Coke did the same, was in the same position, but he chose to orb to hold wave 24 and then swung for the wave 28. It wasn't a kill, but basically won him the game, or got him back into the game. And we're seeing nothing in wave 22, and looks like Licorice Coke is going for the wave 23 gas bomb, going for 3 Colossus, a Broodlord, Goliath, probably some more auras in there. Drunken Puking saying, now is my time as well, going for Colossus, Megaling, Immortal. This has come down to who has the better unit composition, who is the least greedy, and let's see, both have, well, Drunken Puking definitely has a stronger army value, however, Licorice Coke has opted to be a little bit more greedy, thinking that Drunken Puking will send on 24, but when he sees his bomb wave 23, will he be able to hold? That is the question. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh, lag. Sorry, guys. Obs kind of lags my computer, plus these guys aren't using night. But, ooh, looks like the pulverizers may help Licorice Coke hold. Licorice Coke will only leak 3 creeps. That's not too bad. Well, he has leaked 2 Colossus as well, but look at his SS. He's got subcannons. He'll be able to kill these no problem. Maybe he'll have to upgrade some attack, but Drunken Puking, on the other hand, has not upgraded subcannons, and he's facing 4 Colossi on his SS, and that's going to be GG for Drunken Puking. Licorice Coke takes the game, and he is up 3-0.